Hello my dear students, good afternoon. And previously we discussed about ionization potential. I hope you remember what is ionization potential. The amount of energy which is required to remove valency electron from neutral isolated gaseous state atom. That is called ionization potential. Ionization potential is positive energy. Do you remember or not? Energy of nth orbit I was given minus 13.6 into z square by n square electron volt for atom. So that is the negative minus 13.6 energy of nth orbit. But ionization potential is plus 13.6 into z square by n square electron volt per atom I was given. Do you remember? Why I am saying ionization potential is the positive energy, required energy to remove valence electron. That means removal of electron is endothermic. Why endothermic? Because energy is required to remove electron. So very important, please remember. And I was given, do you remember or not? IP1, IP2 and IP3 I was given. From neutral atom, if you wanted to remove electron, that is called, that energy required is called IP1. From unipositive ion, means from A you are removing electron. So A converted to A plus is IP1. A plus converted to A2 plus IP2. Means one more electron you are removing from this A plus. All are in gaseous state. And A plus state to A3 plus gaseous state, that is IP3. So amount of energy required to remove valence electron or outermost electron from neutral isolated gaseous state atom is IP1. And if you are removing electron from unipositive ion, the energy is called IP2. And if you wanted to remove electron from A2 plus, means bipositive ion, that is IP3. Got it? From neutral atom IP1, from unipositive ion IP2, from bipositive IP3. First electron you are removing from here second electron, from here third electron you are removing. Because from neutral atom you are removing first electron, second, third. After removal of one electron plus one. After removal of two electrons plus two. After removal of third electron plus three. Okay, so like that I was given. Now let's see what are the factors affecting ionization potential. So we have to discuss about factors affecting ionization potential. One by one we have to discuss. Atomic radius. First factor we have to discuss what? Atomic radius. So as I said in previous, this ionization potential is inversely proportional to atomic radius. If radius is more, distance is more. Suppose here you have to remove electron. Here you have to, from here you have to remove electron. From which atom? This is atom A and this is atom B. From which atom you can remove electron easily? Here distance is less, attractions are more, so you cannot remove electron. Here distance is more, so attractions are less, so you can easily remove electron. So what I am saying, the ionization potential is inversely proportional to atomic radius. Very important. Got it sir clearly? So very important. Means radius if more, IP is less. What is the reason behind it? Means very simple reason. If radius is more, as atomic radius increases, nuclear attraction decreases. Certainly, ionization potential decreases. Attraction is less, so you can easily remove. If two friends has a strong relation, means more attraction they have, so you have to use more energy to separate them. If the bonding is already weak, means they are having some distance already, so you can easily separate them. Simple logic, correct? So if you see some examples like lithium, beryllium, boron, oh shit, lithium and sodium in group elements. If you see lithium, sodium and potassium, rubidium, cesium, if you see, as you are going from here, atomic radius increases. That means ionization potential decreases. This is about atomic radius, how affecting ionization potential. Very important. Write down this. Okay. Write down means I won't wait, sir. Here we have to take some screenshot. Next, we have to discuss about nuclear charge. Nuclear charge. Nuclear charge, if more, as I said in previous, if distance is less, nuclear charge is more. So you have to remember, nuclear charge is directly proportional to ionization potential. So if nuclear charge is more, then ionization potential also more. Attractions are more now. That's all. So no need of any example. Simply you can take in a particular group. When the radius is small, nuclear attractions are more. Suppose if you take like this, as I said, no, protons increases, that nuclear attraction increases. Like this, if you can take lithium, beryllium, boron. So who have more means like this. You, of course, some exceptional cases are there, but like that you can take like this. Nuclear attractions are more, lithium to beryllium. So here atomic radius decreases and nuclear charge increases, so that IP increases. Like that you can remember. Okay. Next, third factor. This is second factor and third factor. Third factor is positive charge. Okay. High positive charge required. High positive charge. Positive charge if more. So simply charge, effect of charge, simply remember. I like this. Next one is effect of charge. Okay. So what is effect of charge? Effect, not effect. Effect of charge. If charge increases, if positive charge increases, then ionization potential also increases. Most important. Positive charge increases, ionization potential increases. Why, sir? As you remember or not, if you see Na plus, Mg2 plus and Al3 plus, if you see, which has more radius, ionic radius, if you see, radius which has more, Na plus has more. Do you remember this? As positive charge increases, nuclear attraction increases. So radius decreases. If radius decreases, IP increases. So you cannot remove electron easily. So Na plus and Mg2 plus and Al3 plus. As positive charge increases, removal of electron is difficult. Okay, so ionization potential is in this same order: Na plus, Mg2 plus and Al3 plus. I am not asking which formation is easy. From which means, can you remove electron easily from Na plus, or can you remove electron easily from Al3 plus? I am asking. From which ion you can remove electron easily? I am asking. You can remove electron easily from Na plus, comparatively these two. Of course, to remove electron from Na plus is difficult, but I am saying simple example. Na plus also stable, but comparatively Na plus and Al3 plus, from Al3 plus to remove electron, high energy is required. Got it? So that is effect of charge actually. So one more thing I will give you, see, from Al plus and Al3 plus, which has more ionization potential, means from which you can remove electron easily. Here positive charge is more, so from here you cannot remove electron actually easily. So understanding, here X and it is Y and here Z are the ionization potential. What these X and Y, Z? Ionization potentials. From removal of electron, from aluminum to remove electron, X energy is required. To remove electron from Al plus, Y energy is required. From Al3 plus to remove electron, Z energy is required. My question, which is big? Ionization potential. Charge is more, IP is more. Simple story. But what is the reason? radius is less. So from here, from Al3 plus, you cannot remove electron easily. So what I mean it, so x, y less than z. So ionization potential is more for Al3 plus, means remove ionization potential for Al3 plus means understanding to remove electron from Al3 plus is difficult because more the positive charge. This is the third factor what we have. So three factors we discussed. Okay, so which has more IP? If they ask here only which of the following is correct for ionization potential, means this one. More the positive charge, more will be the ionization potential. Negative charge is reverse. I have no need to say. Positive charge is more, IP is more. Negative charge is more, then IP is less. Like that. Because as negative charge increases, radius increase, so IP decrease. Atomic radius, ionization potential, both are inversely proportional. And fourth one is screening effect. Screening effect. What is the screening effect? Screening effect means, do you remember? Protection from nuclear interaction. So screening is more, means going away from the nucleus. I am here nucleus is there, protection is there. Means my father protecting me strongly, so I will move away from nucleus. Away from nucleus means removal of electron is easy. Correct? So screening effect is more, the particular electron moving away from nucleus. Certainly removal of electron is easy. Distance increases. So screening or shielding, both are same. Screening effect is inversely proportional to ionization potential. Correct or not? For shielding, then outermost electron penetrate towards nucleus. Penetrating means attracting towards nucleus. Penetrating, outermost penetrate, attracts. Inner substance shields. Inner substance, what they will do? Shield, protecting. Outer substance penetrating. So penetration power for outermost, shielding by inner substance. Understanding? My daughter has penetration power, means attracting towards ice cream. I am protecting, means I am the inner substance. Okay, like that. My son, same story. My son attracted towards nucleus, so he is penetrated towards ice cream. I am protecting, I am the inner substance. So this is very clear. Who have penetration power? Children's, means outermost. You are the outermost, your parents are the inner substance. So they are protecting you. So shielding if more away from the nucleus. So they can easily remove from nucleus. Means they can easily remove from the attractions. Attractions easily removed means less energy required. Understanding? My son is attracting towards nucleus means I have to protect more. If my protecting ability is more, then he will go away from nucleus. So distance increases. Now then I need less energy to take him away from ice cream. Got it clearly what I am saying here? So shielding if more, then his attraction is less. Certainly IP is less. So shielding effect is more, IP is less. Reason understood, example understood? Okay. So shielding effect, see actually nucleus, and this is outermost electron. Here S subshell is a strong shielding. So this is strongly shielding, then this electron can easily remove. Then IP will be very less required or not. This outermost electron is my son, this S subshell is me. So strong shielding. So electron move away from nucleus. So less energy is required to remove electron. What is the order of shielding I told? Order of shielding is S less than greater than, S greater than, P greater than, D greater than, F. This is order of shielding. Shielding effect, these S, P, D are the inner subshells. Because who is shielding? Inner subshells. Inner S, P, D, F if you consider, which inner subshell has a strong protecting ability means S. Got it clearly? So So this is about a shielding effect. Here only I'll tell you one more, that is fifth one, that is penetration power. As I said in previous, I told you already, penetration power, actually this is for whom? For outer substance. For outer substance. What is penetration? Penetration means attracting towards nucleus. I have more penetration towards ice cream or my son? My son has more attracting tendency towards ice cream. I am protecting. So I have a shielding ability and penetration power by my son. So if more the penetration, more will be IP. So what I can say here, penetration power is directly proportional to IP. More the penetration, more will be IP required. If my son is attracting towards ice cream, I have more energy required to remove him from the ice cream. I have to use more energy to take him away from ice cream. Correct or wrong? What ice cream here? Nucleus. My son is electron. Okay, so penetration power is more, IP is more. Same penetration power order, S greater than, P greater than, D greater than F. But what these SPDF and these SPDF? Here, shielded by inner SPDF, penetrated by outer SPDF. See, S subshell, interesting thing, as it is inner subshell, it has more protection ability. As the S subshell is more outer subshell, then it has more penetration power. Both has more for S only. Okay, both are more for S only. Means both means here shielding effect is more for S, penetration power also more for S. But what S? Here inner S subshell, here outer S subshell, that is. Okay, so this is about the most important penetration power. Understood? So screening effect and penetration power we discussed. So write down this, very important. What is the penetration power? Attraction of outer electrons towards nucleus is called penetration power. Attraction of outer electrons towards nucleus is called penetration power. Hope you understood. Next one, last and final. Stable electronic configuration. If atom has stable electronic configuration, if atom has already stable electronic configuration, then can you remove electron? No, it's very difficult to remove electron, because if atom has stable electronic configuration means what is the meaning? It is already stable. Then what's the lose electron, what's the gain electron? Why to remove electron? Tell me, for getting stability. Why to lose electron? Why to gain electron? For getting stability. If atom has a stable electronic configuration already, then removal of electron is difficult. Correct or not? So here, what is the thing here you have write? If atom has stable electronic configuration, then more ionization potential required. More ionization potential required means what is the meaning? That is more energy required. So which are the stable electronic configuration? Tell me few stable electronic configuration. I was given already. Stable electronic configurations means half filled electronic configuration. Not for S I told you, exceptional case for S I told you. Half filled means P3, D5, F7 and so on, like that. And like still if you want D9, because odd numbers I can say no. Okay, P has 3 degenerating orbital, D5, F7. No. This is not D. This is G, and so on like that. Half filled. So P has half filled means this is half filled. This is stable. Why stable? Each decelerating orbital has one electron, somewhat stable. This is representation of P3. I told you, according to Hund's rule, each must has one electron, then only pairing. So stable electronic configuration means half filled. Next one is completely filled electronic configuration. That means P6, D10, F14, G18 and so on are completely filled. Third one, inert gas configuration, which is also called octet configuration. Octet configuration means NS to NP6. And fourth one is pseudo inert gas configuration. These all you know already. Half filled means what? Completely filled. Inert gas configuration means what? NS to NP6. Pseudo inert gas configuration means 18 electrons like that. Okay, thank you very much. 18 electrons in the outermost shell. Thank you very much, and we will continue these in our next class. Actually, I'm not feeling good, but still I continue these classes because continuity is very important for us. So you have to write all these things. So today no assignment because of my health condition, and you have to write down all these things. Still, we continued, so because you have to more concentrate. You should not get some gap. Okay, that's why I continue classes. Please listen classes properly.